Hi, Anti-Society! Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are starting a new show with the first episode of Tomodachi Game. So the spring 2022 anime season is finally upon us, and this is the first show that I'm going to be checking out. I know that there are episodes of other shows that I've seen trailers for and stuff, but this is the first one that I'm actually going to sit down and watch, so it is the beginning for me. And I did see the trailer for this, so if you want to go check that out at some point to see my initial thoughts and reaction to what the series was, because I really didn't know going into that. I know that there's a manga and stuff, but I never read any of it, so I had no idea, and I was very, very intrigued once I actually got into the trailer, because it seems to be kind of this survival game thing with all these puzzles and the creepy robot child statue thing. Again, don't fully know. The only information that I have is from the trailer, so obviously limited, but all of these games to pay off this debt that someone in this group of friends has made some kind of deal with. So I like that there's going to be a mystery of kind of betrayal mixed in with that. Psychological thrillers are just some of my favorite in general, usually not anime. I feel like I don't gravitate towards psychological thrillers for anime, but I do with films and live action television and stuff. So I am very intrigued by this. I am super, super excited to get to sit down and watch the first episode and kind of set up what the story is going to be, introduce me to some of the characters. So let's just get into episode 1. In 3, 2, 1, go. I love the glitchy artwork going on. Ooh, okay, hello. Someone in a military uniform? It looks a little bit crazy. Hello? Ominous. Especially the hard cut to something very mundane looking. Because I think that the guy on the bike is also the guy that was looking crazy with the money or something in his mouth. Oh. Ugh, I did that too. When it's really hot and you have a drink and you just hold it next to your cheeks. This feels so serene, and I'm just waiting for everything to go horribly wrong. See, that's ominous too, because I've seen the trailer and I know that the friendship thing, you know. So does he have some money then? Or his family has some money? Ooh. I'm gonna have to try and remember names. Shibe? Where's her name? So Yuichi, main guy on the bike. It's gonna take me a while to get all the names. Just lots of ominous things happening, little hints. This I saw in the trailer, that there was theft, betrayal. Okay, so money was in her locker. I'm gonna remember that, because mystery, I want all the clues. Oh, do they suspect Yuichi because he's the one that needs to pay his own way more? He's the one that needs money? Uh-oh. So everyone's already suspecting. I'm assuming they're class presidents or something? What are the flowers for? Okay, so it's the girl that was crying. Who asks to meet somebody at 11 o'clock at night? I would not go. I'm just saying. I go to sleep super early. Uh oh. Did everybody get a letter? It's true. A letter is a strange way in this day and age. Wouldn't you just message each other? Uh, why are we tasering people? Oh no. I'm just gonna get Totoro now. I feel like this is gonna be intense from the get go. I thought we were gonna stay in the mundane a little bit longer. Ooh, most important thing is money? That seems like something you don't want to teach children. Okay, good. We're balancing it out. It's interesting that we have these two parallels of like friendship and money, you know, like wealth versus like heart and stuff like that. Ooh, see the weird, I don't know, robot thing? It's very unnerving to me. I know it's not supposed to be, but it's. See, like, it's like kind of when you realize that like puppets in old kids' shows are like kind of terrifying. The shadow over the face, though. Why does using something like Jiffy, I know that's like the translation, but like that seems off putting too. Like there's something very playful after introducing introducing like this whole debt game. So he seems like the serious, intelligent one. You can tell from the glasses. The serious facade. It is in fact a crime, yes. Yes, won't their parents look for them? I feel like their family will be concerned. Oh. So that's why someone stole it. Yep. Oh dear. So Yuichi is gonna have an issue with that because he already has problems with money, so he's got a bit of an incentive to win. Are we gonna try and figure out who done it? I mean, like, probably, but it also seems suspicious. That's terrifying, the looming over him. Trying to make them suspect him. See, the thing too is, part of me is like, I'm not gonna suspect Yuichi because he's the main character, but he could be an unreliable narrator. I don't know enough yet. I'm very intrigued. I feel like this is gonna be the kind of show where, like, at the end of each episode, I'm gonna suspect somebody different. Because, okay, blonde guy said that he has money, and he talks about having money a lot. Oh, that's cool. It's like reverse life points. Oh, okay, gotta be secret. That's an interesting thing, though. Like, you could find out whether or not someone owes more or less. Like, there's a mechanic for that. Oh, I would not know this. This is like a weird Ouija board. So is it like a yes no thing? True false? Oh, interesting. So it has to be all or none. Ooh, that's quite a penalty. Ugh. Why the teeth? So they have to try and work together as a team for as long as possible. Uh-oh. His eyes are looking blank. Uh-oh. It's starting off simple. Oh. They can't even like protest. That's also interesting. If you're gonna try and play, like, you have to all agree, right? Yeah. See, that's interesting when it's like you have to trust your friends and then immediately. Oh, hon, I don't know if begging's the way to go. Ooh, secrets. Does she have a crush? And she's hoping that that will be the secret? What was the secret, though? I know that one. It's correct, yes? Yeah, it was like, Nihon. What's the question? That's interesting. Ooh, so that's why. So they're already deciding not to work as a team? Group C? Is there a group A and B? Is the thing like they have to choose yes? They have to not play for themselves, they have to play as a team. So that's why the one guy's eyes were like blank. Yeah, so if you choose yes, the people who've already gone and like halved their debt, then they're gonna have an advantage, right? Oh, but she seems sweet. She might not be, though, given the context of the show. I'm already suspicious of everybody. Aw, she does seem sweet, but again, aw. Oh, because she's gonna be last. So he's maybe gonna pick yes so that she doesn't have to. She won't have to be like pulled into it. But someone chose no. Who chose? So is somebody choosing no to help him though? Because they want to half his debt? One of the ones that have already read the question, they know how it works? Oh no. Oh dear. Oof, that's quite a question. Given the context. Especially since they're gonna think that she came up with it when that's not the conditions of the fifth question. Ooh, that's a good point too. Like, what if the majority picks no, but you pick yes? Will that shift it? I feel like they're not going to be. Uh, why the face though? What's happening? I mean, he spoke out of turn, so that's gonna cause some issues. Are we bringing in like other questions? I feel like this went really quickly for my brain to keep up with everything. And there was a lot of stuff being like printed on the screen. I'm waiting just in case there's a preview. I don't know if that's how this show works, but we'll find out. Um, but there was a lot of stuff being like printed on the screen that I'm like, I couldn't like read all of it. I don't have enough eyes to read all of it. I'm very intrigued though. I'm intrigued that like the betrayal happened so early on. And I want to know about the other people that are here because there's actual like humans that are overseeing it. But also group C implies that there's an A and a B. Um why is someone wearing the mask of the creepy child? I have so many questions. The like crazed looks from some of the characters too. I wonder why like Yuichi did like that 180 at the end. Like what was the prompt for that? There's no preview. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of things being thrown at me in this episode. I thought that we were going to stick with mundane stuff for a little while. Like I thought that it was going to kind of be how do we establish what the world is at the beginning before all of the stuff happens, and then like maybe the end of this first episode would be when they like end up in that white room that we saw in the trailer. I wasn't expecting an actual game, and I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and like read all the rules and stuff that's going on because I feel like that's important for me to figure out how we're going to find like a loophole around this whole situation because I don't have enough eyes to read it all. I'm not a fast reader. I was trying to read subtitles and other things. So probably I will end up watching this episode again, especially since I'm gonna have to wait for episode 2. So I'm gonna have a lot of time to think about what exactly is going on. And I'm probably gonna go back and like try to find clues. If you're new here, which you might be because it's a new series here. I love puzzles and I love trying to figure out all the things that are going to happen before they do. So I feel like I'm going to have to go back, but super pulled into this already because the more detailed a game is, the more I get pulled into it. I feel like I overthink it. If you've seen me trying to figure out stuff in Tower of God, you'll know this because I overthink things a lot in that, which I feel like is going to happen in this one too. But the fact that we have so many different layers to just how the characters are behaving, like we're having betrayal immediately. So it's not just someone pulled these friends into this. They were like, I need someone to participate in these games with me. I'm going to bring my friends, but I'm not going to tell them that it's happening. I'm not going to give them any context. We're just going to throw them in. I don't think that the person who did it would know how dangerous the game was going to be because there's all these implications that there's like a bunch of other stuff going on here, probably in the future. I think there was a line that said like, we didn't know how dangerous this would be. Whereas right now it's just like money is still like awful. Obviously money dictates a lot of what people are able to do, especially someone like Yuichi who seems to be very aware of money and the fact that he doesn't have a lot of it. So, you know, money is a big deal and can have a huge impact on people, but it's not the same, I think, as bodily harm or anything like that. Like, I feel like whoever instigated this game was like, I want people I trust to back me up and help me get out of this debt, but they weren't thinking that anything harmful would come of it. I feel like there's some implications that it will, not just in terms of feelings and, you know, losing friendships and connections and stuff like that. I think that there might be some deadly, potentially deadly, life-threatening things that might be going on at some point. So yeah, so there's already that feeling of betrayal and like even just like not telling your friends that you were in that much debt, that you were getting pulled into this kind of a thing, but also like the game where wonderful twist of like you have to make up the questions. And I was thinking that because the one Shibe, I think his name is, the guy with the blonde hair, his like eyes were like very blank when he read the question. He was the first one, and then the question was like not that big of a deal. Like I thought it was going to be like a really difficult question that there'd be like some kind of debate or something about. Obviously not, because there's the no speaking rule, but like having like really easy questions where you knew everyone was going to pick yes so that you could pick no to like take away a significant portion of your debt is like such a good reveal in terms of plotting, but also like a way to maneuver around people that you're with. Like the fact that by the time the first person did it, then the second person reads and they're like, hang on, he did it, so I'm gonna do it too, because you've already been betrayed. It's like a domino effect, right? And then by the time it gets to Yuichi, he's like, all three of the people before me did it, so I have an idea of what their debt count is, because that's the thing too, like you're not only trying to keep track of your own debt number, but you're trying to think of other people so you can like negotiate, make sure you're like not in last place and stuff like that if you're trying to go against each other. And like that's kind of how it's set up, of they're already not working as a team, but like Yuichi being like, I'm going to choose yes intentionally so that I can help my other friend so that she doesn't get pulled into this. But then somebody picked no, and I think that that's because it was someone trying to help Yuichi, because they know what the note said, the people who read it before the three others. So I feel like one of them was like, I'm going to also pick no, maybe to ensure that Yuichi gets the decrease in his debt, but maybe it was also to make it like a minority. Like they thought if everyone picked no and then someone picked yes, that it would like shift the vote. You know what I mean? So if like everyone picked no, except for like the one girl that hadn't read it yet, doesn't know that that's what the other notes say, then it would pick yes, and his debt would not be cut. So there's lots of different layers to this, you know, like, because it could also be that someone thought that, oh, he's going to say yes because he doesn't want the other girl to get pulled into all of the craziness that's going on, so I'll pick no so that his debt gets halved. So many. I feel like I'm definitely gonna have to go back and read the rules and really like pull apart what's going on, because I feel like that'll help me understand why Yuichi is talking and like breaking that rule specifically. I'm assuming he is trying to negotiate what's going on in some way, playing the villain a little bit to try and get around the fact that this is going to go sideways. Maybe I can pull something out of those by next week's episode. So I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. I'll put the trailer reaction over here if you haven't seen it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!